from beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go ahead.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And some space here. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On 1st down, back to Achane. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. The Dolphins at 9-3 here on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
And every time you step on a field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You talk about this Jets defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Again, it's Achane. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 3. A run straight ahead with Achane.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just floated from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down. They'll run for it with Achane.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
47 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's first and goal.
A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on first and goal.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And he's got it. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Ready. 8. Hey, 21, T8.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. The kick by Sanders is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now Hall to start the drive.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. 2nd and 9. Hall again.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
You talk about this Miami defense.
And they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked third in the NFL against the pass.
They may be ranked third against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
630. Number 50. Hey, you block over here.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Dolphins 3, Jets nothing.
The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Number 50. Inside. Yeah, good.
Now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's safe. Go ahead. Out.
Right back to Achane on second down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 3.
Ready.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
A 10-yard pickup. And it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Wright's got it. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's Tua.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Will McDonald gets in there to take him down.
3rd and 6.
Go ahead.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by a South Florida native, Patrick Peterson.
And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Paul on a give up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
26. Hey, 626. Jump out.
Rodgers going to throw. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Hall. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 23 yards, the final tally.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Jets 7, Dolphins 3. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Second and 10.
All right, come on. Out.
Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on third. Now Tua. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need him right now because they're trailing.
Yep.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 68 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time.
A chant hit, and the ball is out.
And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Channing Tindall is there for the tackle.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
In a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
2nd down and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
With the score, Jets 14, Dolphins 10.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Jason Sanders to kick off one.
And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Here's Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hey, 626.
Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll give to Hall. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Come out!
Here's Rodgers to throw.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or 2 short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
We are going.
They'll go again with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Straight ahead is Hall. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll set up the screen for Hall. A nice little juke. Still going. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And, Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or 2, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Hall again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Dolphins 10. Greg Zerline to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Looking to pass. Tua. Over the middle. That's caught by Schwartz.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, They don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Jets have got it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Rodgers.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take him to look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Tyler Conklin, 28 yards. And the Jets are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
35. Dolphins 17. Greg Zerline to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 79 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
On first down, back to Achane.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Again, it's Achane.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll run for it with Achane.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Up the middle, Achane. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Tua going to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all, because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a traumatic play.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
Yeah, Brandon,